Okay, so hello. Wait, what do you...
This is our story, one with no end but finally a beginning. We have chosen to leave the city and try to connect back to nature, live our dream amongst plants, animals, and share our life with like-minded people. We will share our process and hope to learn and develop with others. Enjoy, Esme and Laurens.
So welcome to a new video. My name is Esme.
And my name is Lawrence. This episode we chose to have a talk because we recently passed the 1 year period that we've been here on the farm to be in Portugal, a place that we bought almost a year and a half ago, chasing a dream to live more self-sustainable and more in connection with nature. We sold our houses in Holland and we moved here to the countryside of South Alentejo. It's our first time talking, so it's a bit awkward for the both of us, but we're gonna do our best to answer some questions.
Because of course you have seen the videos, but in the videos we don't really talk that much. So here we are to give you a little bit of an explanation. What inspired our decision to move to Portugal?
I was already really fond of Portugal, coming here mostly every winter, and if I have spare time I come here for surf and just the culture. And then when we came together it was more or less, one-on-one because it clicked and we
had the same ideas, I think, like really our visions and ideas came together. And I don't know, then we just thought like, okay, let's go and let's try to look for a piece of land in Portugal. So we first drove to Portugal for a month, and then we looked at a lot of different properties, and then we couldn't find what we wanted. Like we found another property which was really beautiful, but in the end it didn't go through. And then we went back to Holland, and then 2 months later, I think online, we saw this property online, and we were like, ooh, this could be it. And then we flew over, and then the whole thing
the rest is
started.
history.
Yeah. We can also explain a little bit more about what we are doing here. So we bought a piece of land close to South Antonio, which is a bit above the Algarve, close to the coast. And we bought a piece of land of 7.5 hectares with already rebuilt ruin and old farmhouse on this side.
Yep.
And our plan is, like, we are now full renovating the houses, but in the end we want to open 6 studios, which has a bedroom, bathroom and small kitchen, and we want to rent them out.
Yeah, so it will be a small tourism.
Yeah. That's where we start.
Yeah, we will also live here, and we are also now preparing our piece of land to also hold a lot of possibilities to have animals and to grow vegetables, and that's something we really like. So that's what we are exploring now. And in the meantime, this year is sort of very important because we need to finish this project, because we also need income, of course, and we need a proper place to live, because now we're always in the midst of constructions, and slowly we are finishing the small house that really gives a boost to go a little bit harder this year, because last year we came here, it was still like finding our place in this community here.
Yeah, and finding the right people, and which is still a hard thing actually.
Yeah.
It's hard to find good people for the building.
Yeah.
So that has been really tough, I would say. I think you can really find so many people for the land and for that kind of things, but people for like actually like building
proper construction.
Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah.
really hard to find those people. So that has been pretty rough, but
Yeah. Also
I
a
don't know,
nice learning curve.
yeah.
Coming here thinking you can move quickly and you can, like the city mindset where you think like, okay, we have everything sorted and we know what we want, so it will go quickly. But yeah, you quickly like notice that you have to slow down here and find the right people, and
Yeah.
still in that process. But we really much enjoy that process, and I think we met lovely people, and all the people that live close to us in this valley are also very welcoming and made us feel at home really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a question if we could share some memorable moments,
From the first year.
from the first year,
Yeah.
and of course we can. There were many.
Yeah. I think for me, one of those moments were, I don't know, when we first arrived here, we didn't have power, we didn't have running water. So that was quite challenging in the beginning, also in winter time.
Yeah. When we arrived in January last
It was
year,
really cold.
it was a very cold year,
Yeah.
even for local people.
Yeah,
And
it was like freezing at
minus
night.
5, 6.
Yeah, so it was really cold and we didn't really have running water, hot water. And I think one special moment for us was, or for me, when we got running water finally. I think that was something, I don't know, like in the city it's so common you have water, running water, and now you're here and you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
We need to fix that. And
Yeah, there was a system to pump water directly from the well up to behind the house and then have pressure by gravity through a tank that's behind the house. But the electricity that should be at the well wasn't there because, one, we didn't have electricity, and second, we tried and after we got electricity we tried to connect the pump, but was not working. So we had to pump up with a petrol engine that we borrowed from neighbors that kind of
we
helped
did
us.
that every week, I think.
Every week we had to fill up the tank, and then you still had freezing water, of course.
Yeah, and we were like
Yeah.
showering under this, how do you call it? Like the small
Yeah,
showering.
a small shower
sack.
bag, and in the morning it's frozen, and that was horrible.
Yeah, that was quite challenging. So when we got like running water was really like a special moment, and later on we got warm water,
Yeah.
hot showers, which was also good. And so yeah, I think that was a really, I don't know, special moment in a way.
Yeah, for me it was, I think the first nights here, it felt really not scary, but a little bit like alone, and it was so silent that even when you were in your bed, your mind still made some fictive city noises to just like to get rid of the crazy silence that is here. But I think also when we arrived, I think for the first two and a half weeks we slept
so much,
like 12, 13 hours a night. It was crazy. Like we also had the trip here.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in short, your memorable moments is water connection, warm water connection, electricity,
getting animals.
Getting our first...
because we moved here, we took one dog, and now we have 13 animals.
Yeah, we have 2 dogs, 2
cats.
5, 6 with the rooster now.
6 chickens.
6 chickens and 3 bunnies.
Bunnies. So we're on 30 now. So talk about what we really appreciate living here is really the slower life. Although we work really hard and the days are really full with
and very stressful.
So many things, but it's, I don't know. The first 3 months were like really nice because everything is still feeling like vacation, and then everything was quite like, okay, it's different living here. And now I think we can say that we're really adjusting and that it really feels good to live here and closer to nature, and yeah, the more slower life, and like you wake up and we are outside the whole day.
We would also like to share something about the process of renovating a really old, almost 100 years old farm. When we came here, of course, I had some basic knowledge and handy skills that I brought, but it was like nothing compared to what I've learned in this year only, because of all the people that helped us. You know, you learn so quickly, and it's like something also I was seeking, because I did the job for almost 12 years and I loved it, but there was something that I would love to learn also, how to build and how to work with wood or with stone and blah, blah.
Yeah, with your hands.
Yeah. And then we came here. It's a taipa house, and taipa houses are pretty special. It's a common thing that they use here in Portugal. It's super nice, like in thermal properties, and also the ruin is partly made of taipa, and that needs a certain way of a certain approach when renovating a house like this. You need a certain plaster. Not everything can be applied on the wall, because it not all sticks. And the wall needs to breathe. It's like you can have a super hot day and it's cold inside, and then at night it gives off a little bit warmth to the inside at night. When it cools down here, it's lovely to live in, but it's also good if you cover it, because the wall kind of deteriorates if it's exposed to moisture a lot, and it has been like this for a long time. But it's now time for us to give it a small makeover and give it the new life with the right products. But yeah, it's nice because you have so much local knowledge here, and of course every builder has his own way of dealing with it, but we try to really go ahead and read into these kinds of
what works best.
Another thing that we really liked, and afterwards it was a lot of work, but we renovated our own roof on the ruin, like we showed in some episodes ago, and we used our own wood, and we found our own antique tiles. It was a crazy process.
Something we're not gonna do for this house again. So
not a second time. It was so much work, but it's like it was humbling and it was nice. It was midsummer. It was crazy hot, and everybody worked his ass off to get it done. We were super happy with it, but it was like a lot of work. Still, we learned so much in a short amount of time. That was also really, really special. And for the rest is another question that we got through the community was why did we choose Portugal? What do we like most about the culture, and do we already speak Portuguese? No, not so much. When we arrived, we had a very short and intense course of 10 to 12 days. I think,
which was good, but
the basics, like in the basics, we know, we can understand the language. It's pretty local here, so there's a lot of dialect as well, even in the area where we are. But we are slowly learning, and surrounding ourselves with the local people really helps.
Well, I think you are learning better than I do. You can speak a little.
Yeah, but
at the moment,
really like.
But for me, it has not been that easy. But we are deciding that we want more lessons, and I don't know. You just need to make time for it, and I don't know. It takes time, and there's so much going on, so it's like, okay, move that for another time, but I don't know.
We also really noticed how important it is to blend with the local community here, and it's just really nice if you can have a little chat with the people at the cafe, or people that come over and are curious. So that's what we intend to do. And I don't know, like if we say, what do we like most about the cultural cultural aspect?
No, culture.
Cultural.
What do we like most about the culture? I don't know, like Portuguese people are really, really friendly and really open for help or to help, and I don't know, they are really welcoming,
Yeah.
I would say.
And they can have a straight face, but as soon
Yeah.
as you explain and you do your best, then they're super kind. I think, yeah, I haven't noticed kindness like this in the rest of Europe.
No,
It's yeah,
no, they're really
really
kind.
helpful.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
And I think that's also making Portugal really nice. It feels really welcome here to live here,
Yeah.
and yeah, which gives a really good feeling. And I don't know, Portugal. Yeah, why did we move to Portugal? I don't know. It's just the vibe.
The vibe. It's like the simple. You know, it's stressful, but it's the simple life where you just need basics and still have a wonderful way of having your community around you. And I don't know. It's
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
and also the country, like it's nice for surfing, which you like. Of course,
surfing.
we
It's
like
yeah.
the beach and the nice weather.
Cycling, skating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it yeah,
There's a lot of space and there's a lot of freedom also around the people that live here, and that's just really something that's attractive in a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question was how we are dealing with the difference between the city life and the farm life and the things we are missing most. I think for me the biggest difference is that I have or we have space to do the things we want to try and we think we like having
Animals.
a big garden, having animals,
Yeah.
having a motocross bike, having a car here without paying a lot of money to just put it on the side of the street. I think that's one thing. Natural water on your own land. Yeah, just fresh air, silence.
I think for me, I'm really like now really enjoying living in nature. Like we wake up and the first thing is we go outside, and the whole day we spend
Yeah.
outside.
Sunrise and then it's
sunrise,
always beautiful.
sunset, and I don't know. We also really live with the sun, so we wake up early, but also go to bed
Yeah.
early, which I really like.
Just a natural cycle.
Yeah, I really like my routine here.
I think in the beginning, yeah, we were missing a lot, like these luxury things, like
Yeah,
oh, let's
more-
go to the
yeah,
shop,
yeah.
and we forgot a piece of butter, so let's go to the shop, and now it's like 15 to 20 minutes drive, and then back.
I think
So-
that's like in the city. It's just so common. Like everything is so close by, and
Simple and yeah,
doing groceries. I went to
the shop.
the shop for like 3 times a day. Like, oh, what am I having for breakfast? Oh yeah, okay, and then lunch. Oh yeah, okay, because you're just walking past it, and
now
now
we have to plan
it's
ahead
like
for
okay,
5 days.
I'm doing groceries for 5 days. So what are we gonna eat? I
Yeah.
make a list. We go with the car, and if you forget something, you're like, annoying, because are we gonna drive again like 12 minutes? And you're like, nah. So upcoming year we will be focusing on our renovation still. Yeah, we hope to open our 6 studios next year, spring, and therefore we will be fully focusing on the renovation project.
Yeah, finishing the small ruin,
Yeah,
because we are also soon gonna start on this house, and we need to renovate the entire roof. So in order to then live somewhere, we need to
Move
go
to the
and
other
move
side.
to the
Yeah.
smaller house.
yeah,
So for that we need to finish it. Another thing is that we would really go ahead and learn the language, integrate even more, and gather even more people into our social life. And of course we hope to also be able to update the YouTube every week. It's not easy because it's a lot of work outside of even all the stress of this renovation, so sometimes it could take a little bit longer, but for the most part we will try to update you.
make
And
a video.
I hope this was nice for you as a clarification of what we're doing here, and I hope you stay tuned and yeah, spread the word. Helder Farm Studios where you want to be in 2025. Right?
Ciao.
Ciao.